Oh, hello. You caught me at a very good time. See, I was on my way to visit someone so I can give her a very special present. This is a picture of her as both a bride and a hero. To you, hero means a lot of different things. Some of you may think of a person in costume as a hero. There's Spider-Man, the web slinger of New York, as he's called. Superman with his bright blue outfit and red cape. Batman, the Dark Knight. But today, I want to focus on a different kind of hero. My sister, Rebecca. You see, Rebecca is a nurse who works at a hospital treating people with neurological damage and head strokes. This means she treats people who hurt their heads really bad. Some of you may be really scared to go to a hospital. Some of you are scared now because you had to stay home because of something called a pandemic. I'm not afraid of hospitals, but thinking about them makes me uneasy. When I was a kid, I had problems with my ears, and my mother had to take me to a hospital so that the nurses can fix my ears. These people that work as nurses are some of the bravest people that I know. Their jobs are really hard because not everyone can be saved. Becca has to make a lot of sacrifices and work really hard so that she can save lives. While she was doing what nurses do, she was able to get married to a wonderful man named Dallas. That's why, in this picture right here, she is dressed as both a bride and a nurse. There's like a face mask, there's her bridal dress, and in the background there's a very familiar hospital setting that some of you may recognize. And there's also a card that comes with the present. It reads, "To the most self-sacrificing nurse I know." I'm gonna just take this present here and place it in the gift bag. And give it to Becca. Now that I've told you about my sister Rebecca, let's go and visit her so we can give her this present. Shall we? Becca.
Hi.
Nice to meet you again.
Nice to see you.
Hey, I have something for you. Why don't you come along in here and
Okay.
you
want to sit down?
Sure. Alright, I have a little something for you. It's a present. Here.
Thank you so much. Alrighty. It says, "To the most self-sacrificing nurse I know. Dear Rebecca, pandemics don't stop you from having a wedding, and weddings don't stop you from taking care of the sick or neurologically damaged. Jordan." Thank you for this card. Oh wow! So that's me in my dress with my flowers, and then look at this.
Is that fabulous?
During this whole thing, I had a wedding, and I also was working during this pandemic, and I had to change my wedding a whole lot. But we still did it. We still worked. We still got married, and it ended up being great.
Well, that's absolutely fantastic. So, what's the hardest thing about being a nurse, Becca?
I would say I'm just gonna put this down right here. Every patient is different, and you have to treat them differently, whether it's because their body is responding to the sickness that they have differently than other people. They respond to medications differently. They experience pain differently. So you have to be empathetic and change the way you treat people sometimes, which can be difficult when you feel like everyone should be kind of the same and need to be treated the same, but they're all so different and unique. And they're also unique persons too. So I speak to them kindly, and it's just everyone's so different, and so it's kind of hard when you're trying to learn how to treat people, but everyone's just so different.
What made you want to become a nurse?
My mom was a nurse, and she just showed me how it's an awesome profession, and I also had a teacher in high school when I took anatomy. She said that I had an act for it, and she said I might want to think about nursing, and so I prayed about it, and we decided to pursue it. The Lord seemed to be leading me in that direction, and the doors kept opening. I got into nursing school, I passed nursing school, and I got a job. So it's just like the Lord just led me to it, and so far I've almost been working a year in July, and it's been wonderful. It's been an awesome time.
People often work weekdays or until they stop or get home. You work 3 days a week. Why is that?
So I work 12-hour shifts, so if you add that up, that's 36 hours a week, and so a normal work week is 40 hours. So if I worked another 12, that would put me over 40. So it's kind of just people, that's just how they figured out that nurses need to work. I don't know. I kind of just follow. I can work more if I want to, and I would get overtime pay, but I mostly work 3 days a week right now, just so I can get the hang of things.
How many patients do you have to deal with every single day, and what are they like?
So I work in an ICU, so my patients are really sick, so they need a whole lot of care and a whole lot of attention, which means I can only really take care of 2 patients at a time. So they're so complicated and need a whole lot of medications, and so I just am mainly treating 2 people at a time. But if they get better and I send them out, sometimes I get a new patient in, and so sometimes I see multiple patients in a day, more than 2, but for the most part I'm only working with 2 patients, and they're very sick. So I'm in and out of their rooms all day, making sure that they're okay and giving them medications and cleaning them up if they need to, and just giving them food, taking care of them.
As a nurse, what do you want to be remembered for?
I want to be remembered for being kind and just making them feel valued and heard, and not like they're annoyance to me, or they're just stressing me out or something like that. I want to be remembered that I made them feel good, because that's what they made me remember you for, is how you made them feel, not exactly what you did and what you said, but how you made them feel. So.
Well, that's a very wonderful thing to know, Becca, because it's heroes like you who help keep our community and our world in good shape, and we'll definitely need more of that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, thank you so much for having us visit you, Rebecca.
Yes, thank you for coming over.
Becca's such a wonderful hero. I hope you all like her. See you next time.